Alright guys, Google just dropped 3 AI bombshells this month that I guarantee 99% of you haven't heard about yet. And honestly, after diving deep into these tools for the past week, I'm both impressed and genuinely concerned. Why? Because what Google's doing here isn't just launching another model or adding a new feature. They're quietly building a complete AI ecosystem that could fundamentally change how we work. And the scary part? It might just replace us entirely. Today, I'm going to break down these 3 tools, but more importantly, I'm going to tell you the brutal truth about the risks Google conveniently forgot to mention, the hidden costs they didn't talk about, and whether this is the golden opportunity everyone thinks it is, or if we're all walking into a trap. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to have a completely different perspective on Google's AI strategy. Mangle. The secret weapon against data chaos, the problem everyone has but nobody talks about. Have you ever sat at your computer staring at 15 different Excel files, JSON dumps, and log files from 10 different systems, and just wanted to give up? I have. And I bet 90% of the developers and data analysts watching this video have too. This is exactly the problem Google wants to solve with Mangle. But hold up, that name sounds kind of aggressive, doesn't it? Google took it from the verb mangle, meaning to handle roughly. I guess they're saying, we'll handle all your messy stuff for you. What Mangle actually does. I tested Mangle on a real project, analyzing security vulnerabilities for a startup with over 200 dependencies. Normally, this would take me an entire day, tracing each dependency chain, checking every CVE report. With Mangle, 15 minutes. The genius of Mangle is these recursive rules. It can follow dependency chains infinitely deep. Library A depends on B depends on C depends on D, and D has a critical vulnerability. Mangle traces backwards and tells you exactly which path is at risk. But here's what Google didn't tell you, the reality check. Google skipped performance. I tested it with a 50,000 record dataset, and Mangle started slowing down significantly. With enterprise-level data, we're talking millions of records, processing speed could become a real problem. The learning curve isn't exactly beginner-friendly either. You need to understand logic programming and data log syntax. Don't believe those 5-minute YouTube demos. It'll take you at least 2 to 3 months to actually master Mangle. And cost? Google hasn't released pricing yet. But based on their other services, I'm predicting it won't be cheap, especially for enterprise usage. Who should actually care about Mangle? If you're a DevSecOps engineer struggling with supply chain security, a data engineer integrating 10+ data sources daily, a compliance officer tracking software bills of materials, or an AI researcher building knowledge graphs, Mangle will be a game changer. But if you're just doing basic web development or mobile apps, honestly, you don't need this yet. Nano Banana, the mystery model breaking the internet, the weirdest AI story. This week, have you ever seen an AI model appear out of nowhere with no official announcement, but generating images so good that people are asking, what the hell is this thing? That's the Nano Banana story. I first heard about it through a Reddit post. A user compared Nano Banana outputs with DALL-E 3 and Midjourney. And honestly, I was shocked. Why Nano Banana actually means something. Most people think it's just a funny name, but I have a different theory. Nano in Google's ecosystem usually refers to small optimized models that run on device. Gemini Nano runs on Pixel phones and Chrome browsers. If Nano Banana really is a Google model, what does this mean? We might be looking at AI image generation, running completely offline on your phone in the near future. Imagine generating professional artwork right on your phone. No internet required, no privacy concerns. That's game-changing. I spent 3 hours testing it. Here's what I found. I dedicated 3 hours testing Nano Banana on LMSys Arena. Results: image quality 8.5 to 10, comparable to Midjourney V6. Text rendering 4 to 10, still struggles with spelling like every other AI model. Style consistency 9-10, really impressive. Response time 7-10, slightly slower than DALL-E red flags. You need to know first, this is still speculation. Google hasn't confirmed anything. This could just be a third-party model rebranded to create buzz. Second, if this really is Google's model, why are they testing it publicly like this? This might be part of their marketing strategy. Create mystery to generate hype. Third, while the quality is good, it still hasn't solved the fundamental problems of AI image generation. Copyright issues, training data transparency, and bias in outputs. AI agents, the future or the end of developers. Google is creating real AI colleagues. This is the part that both excites and worries me the most. Google isn't just creating coding assistants like GitHub Copilot. They're creating AI agents that can handle entire workflows. Let me tell you about my real experience with each agent. BigQuery Data Agent, the data engineer replacement. I tested this with a real task, ingesting sales data from 5 different sources, CSV files, API endpoints, databases, cleaning the data, and creating an automated pipeline. Normally this task takes me 6 to 8 hours. With the BigQuery Data Agent, 45 minutes. The agent doesn't just write SQL queries. It understands business logic, automatically handles schema changes, sets up monitoring alerts. It even suggests performance optimizations I wouldn't have thought of. But here's the catch. You have to trust it completely. The agent automatically makes decisions about data transformations. If there's a bug, you might not catch it until your business reports are wrong. Notebook Agent, the super smart research assistant. This might be the most impressive agent. I had it analyze churn data for an e-commerce company with 100K records. The agent didn't just run statistical analysis. It automatically detected outliers and explained the reasons, generated hypotheses about customer behavior patterns, created ML models, and compared performance, wrote executive summaries in business language. The result? Insights that took a data science team 2 weeks to generate. The agent delivered in 3 hours. Database migration agent, legacy system. Savior, I have a client wanting to migrate from Oracle to PostgreSQL. Project estimate, 6 months, 3. Senior developers. The migration agent analyzed all schemas, stored procedures, and functions. It doesn't just convert syntax, it optimizes performance for the target database. More importantly, it creates detailed comparison reports, highlights potential issues, and suggests rollback strategies. GitHub agent, the teammate that never sleeps. This agent automatically triages issues based on severity and business impact reviews, pull requests with detailed feedback, generates test cases for new features, updates documentation. I enabled it for 2 weeks. Results: issue resolution time decreased by 40%. Code quality scores increased by 25%. But there was an unexpected side effect. Team members started getting lazier. When they knew the agent would handle routine tasks, they became less proactive about reviewing each other's code. What Google doesn't want you to know, the real costs. Google hasn't released pricing for these agents yet. But based on Vertex AI patterns, I estimate BigQuery Data Agent, 0.5 to 2 per query, depending on complexity. Notebook Agent, $10 to $50 per analysis session. Migration Agent, $100–500 per database migration. GitHub Agent, $20–100 per repo per month for a team of 20 developers. Monthly costs could reach $5,000, $10,000 vendor lock-in risk. This is what worries me most. When you rely heavily on Google AI agents, migrating to another platform becomes extremely difficult. Code generated by agents is optimized for Google Cloud services. Data pipelines are designed around BigQuery architecture. Workflows are tightly coupled with Google tools. Skills degradation. I've observed a concerning phenomenon. When developers use AI agents too much, their technical skills start to decline. Why? Because they no longer need to understand the underlying logic. The agent handles everything, they just approve results. This creates dependency risk. If the agents aren't available one day, the team will struggle to deliver. Data privacy and security. Google agents need access to your entire code base, databases, and business data to function effectively. This is a massive security risk that many companies don't fully understand yet. While Google promises not to use customer data for training models, the data still has to go through Google infrastructure. With regulations like GDPR and CCPA, this could create compliance issues. Strategy for businesses and developers: if you're a business owner, don't rush in immediately. Start with pilot projects and non-critical workloads. Measure ROI carefully, not just cost savings, but risks and dependencies too. Set up clear governance policies. Who has the authority to approve AI-generated code? How do you audit AI decisions? Invest in training your team on AI tools, but maintain core technical skills at the same time. My recommended timeline: Q1 2025, research and pilot testing Q2 2025, small-scale deployment if ROI is positive Q3 Q4 2025, scale up based on learnings if you're a developer. This is your wake-up call. AI won't replace developers, but developers who use AI will replace developers who don't. Skills to focus on: AI, prompt engineering, understanding AI outputs and limitations, integrating AI tools into existing workflows, critical thinking to validate AI results, don't abandon core programming skills. AI agents can do a lot, but they can't replace creative problem solving and systems design thinking. Red lines: you shouldn't cross. Never deploy AI-generated code without review. Don't rely 100% on AI for critical business decisions. Don't ignore the security implications of AI tools. Don't stop learning fundamental skills. Future predictions scenario: 1. Google dominates, 40% probability. If adoption rates are high, Google could become the default AI infrastructure for most businesses. This would create unprecedented market power. Scenario 2. Fragmented ecosystem, 35% probability. Microsoft, Amazon, and OpenAI respond with competing solutions. The market splits, creating standards wars. Scenario 3. Regulatory intervention, 15% probability. Governments recognize monopoly risks and introduce regulations to limit AI platform concentration. Scenario 4. Technical limitations, 10% probability. AI agents hit fundamental limitations, the hype cycle crashes, market correction. Which scenario am I betting on? A combination of scenarios 1 and 2. Google will capture significant market share, but competition will keep innovation healthy. Key factors: pricing strategies, integration, ease, performance, reliability, customer trust. Bottom line: Google is staging a real revolution. Mangle solves the data chaos problem. Nano Banana could bring professional image generation to mobile. AI agents could 10x developer productivity. But like all powerful tools, they come with risks: vendor lock-in, skills degradation, security concerns, and hidden costs. Your action items: research now. Spend 2 to 3 hours understanding each tool. Start small. Pilot test with non-critical projects. Measure everything. Track ROI, risks, and team productivity. Upskill continuously. AI won't replace you, but people who know AI will replace those who don't stay informed. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss updates. Do you think Google is creating the future of work or creating a dependency trap? Are you ready to trust AI agents with critical business processes? What skills do you think will still be relevant in 5 years? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll reply to all of them. And don't forget to subscribe if you want deep dives like this every week. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss updates on the AI landscape. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video when we'll dissect Microsoft's response to Google's AI offensive.